tell me, I want to hear about the first time we met, though, how we did. This is a trip to me. Because you know I'm all over the place.
Right.
And I ride up by myself and ride solo. A lot of people don't believe that. They think I got an entourage. I don't do all that.
Right.
I just pull up,
Right.
do what I got to do.
Ironically, yeah, and I was randomly, I was homeless at the time, and I just got a hotel, and I was going through a few things. I went through a divorce, lost my kids, lost a lot, just pretty much went to the bottom. I was sleeping in my truck, and I was, luckily God blessed me to be able to cut a little hair, so that kind of helped me survive a little bit.
I noticed your fade looks good right there. You cleaned it up today.
That's old too.
That's old too.
Yeah, about a week ago. But I stepped out to that store in particular where my hotel was nowhere near that store that I saw you in. But in particular, sleeping in my truck, my aunt gave me a phone I was listening to the radio in the midst of crying, just tired of going through what I was going through. And your song was on. And I matched the thing to, YouTube to tell you who it is. I said, Wes Morgan. Because that song is just kind of uplifted my spirit to the point till, hey, don't worry about it no more. I went to that store to get me something to drink. And out of all nights, the store was packed. There was no parking spots, if you can remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, there was no parking spots. The odds of me, nobody could get at the gas pumps. There's no parks in front of the store. You pulled in. I kind of just looked to the side. I double took.
Talk to the camera a little bit.
I just looked to the side. I said, oh my God, wait a minute, I think I'm tripping. That's Wes Morgan, I know it is. I said Wesley. I think the first time I saw
That's my property.
Yeah, I looked and I blew the horn. You let the one. I said, you Wes Morgan. He said, yeah. How did you know? I said, man, your song just got me through, ready to commit suicide. I was about to give up. I listened to your song, and I've been listening to it on repeat every day, all day. And you said, pull over to the side. We pulled on the side of the gas station.
That's so
you began to talk to me.
Holly.
Yeah,
I'm that way.
Right. You talked to me on the side of the station, and I just sung the song in particular that I was talking about, Get Me Through. And you gave me your number. You had the hotel, and I was telling you about the haircut. And at that time, we didn't get a chance to look up because of a situation maybe similar to this one, at the time. We just didn't.
Time constraint.
Yeah. But it was a miracle to me to run into you after just listening to your song.
That's crazy.
And it was really crazy. And it really showed me how miraculous God can move, and He really does work in mysterious ways. I seen my idol at a random gas station. I almost caught goosebumps. I called my aunt immediately. This aunt, Inez Brown in particular, rest in peace. She died like 2-3 years ago, or a couple of years back here from COVID. That's the only family member that we lost, and it was a sad loss. But when I told her, she was a fan of yours already. I said, Auntie, I just met a celebrity. I said, it's Wes Morgan. I know, right? But you are to me, and you are to God. But I said, Auntie, I just met a Wes Morgan. She's like, Raphael, you ain't met no Wes Morgan. Stop lying. I said, I'm not lying, I swear. I called you to prove it. She was like, you ain't met no Wes Morgan. Stop lying, Raphael. I said, I really did. I really did, Aunt. I really did. I called and I gave her the number because of my situation, so I wouldn't lose it. And you welcomed me with open arms. You invited me to take me. You gave me that number. You said, don't too many people have that personal number. And you invited me in, you wanted me to help me. You said, anytime I'm in Tennessee, you're welcome to anything. Don't worry about nothing. God God got your back, you know, and I do too. But it's probably about 4, 5, 6 years now. And but it
Look
was,
at you now.
It was a miracle.
Man.
It's like a dream come true
And
to
you
me.
know, man, I'll say this, that the most pivotal times in my life, man, God always sends somebody. And you know what? I want to reverse this. There's no telling what I was going through when I saw you. I'm thinking about the timeline. There's no telling what kind of pain I was dealing with, because I deal with a lot of, you know what I'm saying? I'm in recovery too, bro. And so there's no telling what kind of angel you were to me to just pull my perspective back in line. You know what I mean? And so you gotta understand, God's using you right where you are, and as long as you just surrender your will to Him, man, I'm telling you, bro. The windows. When I say windows, I'm talking about plural windows, not one window, but plural. The windows of heaven will rain down on you. They will rain down on you if you stay true to your purpose, man. I congratulate you, man. I couldn't leave this place without seeing you.
I was hoping you didn't.
Yeah.
I at least wanted to
And we're gonna connect
in your presence.
Yeah, man. You might just need to get out of Dodge for a little bit. Come to
I'm
Nashville,
ready.
hey, play
ready.
drums, cut my hair. I need to clean up right now, but I got to get back home.
I will. I'm good.
I know you good. I see you.
I'm really good.